Right, so for today's video, we have some more hairstylist drama. I do realise this might be like the 15th time we've covered hairstylist drama on this channel, but honestly, TikTok is full of it. Now, there's two main people we need to be aware of in this situation. The first one being Caitlin, who is the client in this situation, and the second person being 3x-Momish, who is the hairstylist. Now, this situation has resulted in a multi-part series. We can see it actually started here on Caitlin's page. Part 1, it's got 1.6 million views as I'm recording this. And that basically resulted in a 5-part story time, and then there's like an extra video on top of that. So let's start from the beginning. Now, in the first video, we see Caitlin's recorded on her phone, and she's trying to get a refund from this hairstylist, and we don't really have much context other than that. We get context later on in the story time, but at this point we just see this clip and it quickly turns into an argument.
Hey,
I'm here for the refund.
oh, you coming to get the money?
Yeah.
All right, once I'm done my client here, I'll send it to you.
Who told me to come get the cash?
You didn't respond to me earlier when I said
I did text you back.
My phone was, I just got a charger from my client. When I said come get the money, you ignored it the whole time.
I texted you back earlier. You never responded.
My charger was broke,
So
but I had the money for you.
First of all, I'm not yelling at you.
Because you come into my door like you
what?
didn't respond, and then
I did respond. You said you didn't have your phone.
No, when I said I'm gonna go to the ATM, can I meet you? You didn't respond.
I did respond after you sent that text.
I never seen the response.
Well, I responded.
Oh, well, I never seen the response, but
Okay, so again, at this point, we don't really have much context as what's going on, but clearly there's a bit of animosity here. I mean, Caitlin, who's recording this, does seem like fairly calm, right? Isn't really like shouting or anything, just asking for her refund. There's clearly some disagreement about who has sent a text here. We've got the stylist saying, you didn't respond to my text. Caitlin saying, I did. Then the hairstylist saying, oh, my charger's like broke or something, and I didn't see your response. And then the video ends with Caitlin saying, like, I'm not leaving here without my refund.
Look, I can't leave here without the money.
okay, you don't have to leave. I have 2 braids left.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, you can wait outside.
Okay, no, I'll wait here.
You can wait where you want, but I'm letting you know.
Okay, I'll wait here.
Okay, so clearly something has happened here, and again, we didn't know at this point, and this obviously resulted in the story time, multiple parts. So in part 2, which is the start of this story time, Caitlin says that she is going to get her hair done by the stylist that she has had her hair done by before, right? And at this time, this hairstylist is doing a name your price sale, which I didn't even know what that was, I didn't know that existed, but I guess the client can name their price, and then they can choose to do it or not. But the only thing is, with doing this name your price sale, it means that the client has to pay the full amount up front.
Okay, so let me go back to the beginning. First of all, I want y'all to know that I have gotten my hair done by this lady before. She did my hair back in December. She did me some braids. She can braid, like the braids were tea. She had a name your price sale. So I sent her the style I wanted and I said, can you do this for $90? She said, for the name your price sale, you have to send your full payment to book. Like I said, I got my hair done by her before, so I'm not thinking anything of it. So I sent her the money. So when I texted her, it was Friday. When I sent her the money, I say, do you have any availability for Saturday or for Sunday? She said you could come Sunday afternoon. I don't know if that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what. I texted her, what exact time is that? She never responded.
Okay, so there's going to be some text messages that show up on screen throughout this. Obviously, we'll pause and read through them. But clearly, this is going to be the start of some miscommunication. I mean, she just said here, she didn't respond. I mean, we could actually see on the text here, right? There's this message here saying, thank you, and what time Sunday is that? There's no response, to which Caitlin then replies again on a different day saying, hey, can I come tomorrow 1:30? You never told me the exact time. We get another response saying, hey, can you do after 1? Yeah, that's fine, just let me know. I live in Park Heights, not far away at all, so you just let me know. And then we hear some more about this lack of communication, like they're struggling to organize this properly. We hear that the appointment is finally booked, but then there's some excuses that follow after that.
I text her like, hey, can I come tomorrow at like 1:30ish? You never told me the exact time. You just told me Sunday afternoon. She like, hey, can you do after 1? I said, yeah, that's fine. But like, what time? Never responded. Sunday morning comes, she texts me, good morning, can you come at 5 p.m.? Now, I'm already thinking that's kind of late to be starting to get some braids, but it's fine. Red flag number 1, y'all. This lady texts me like, hey, she's not in the state or whatever. I think she was in like Texas or something. I had followed her on Instagram. I seen she was like out of state, but she texted me like, hey, she's like gonna land late or something, but she'll text me when to be on the way. This is when the excuses started, because she told me she had to land, then she told me her client was late, and it's like, how is it 1:30? I'm supposed to come at 5. You're having a client before me and you haven't even landed yet? Like, I was confused, but I was like, okay, whatever.
Okay, so if we have a look through the messages here, it says, hey, I text you once I land so you can be on the way. My clients have a 20 minutes delay. And then to which Caitlin said, hey, okay. So clearly that appointment time that they had planned originally doesn't seem to be happening anymore. Like, there's this flight that might be delayed. Then also there's another client. And then in the end, because it's getting later and later and later, and there's this lack of communication, the stylist actually messaged Caitlin saying, like, can we do it tomorrow instead?
Wait, 5 o'clock comes, 5 o'clock goes. 6 o'clock comes, 6 o'clock goes. 7 o'clock comes. At this point, I'm like, do you need me to come another day? And she like, yes, I'm so sorry. Like, can you come tomorrow at 5? So I'm like, all right, cool. The next day comes. Now it's Monday, y'all. She texts me like, hey, would you be able to come another morning or another time this week? If not, I'm going to have to refund you. Mind you, I had somewhere to go the next day. So I said, no, I cannot come another day. It's fine. Just refund me. I'm gonna get my hair done like elsewhere.
Okay, so it's at this point where the problems really start, right? Like, so far, there's been a lack of communication. Can't get this appointment booked in, or at least getting it booked in, but then it's getting changed, and then there's some other reasons as to why it's gonna have to be changed and whatnot. Caitlin's saying, like, look, I'll just get a refund, right? I can't bother with this changing all the time, and I think that's completely fair enough. Now, you can probably guess where this story's gonna go, right? Since we actually got to the point where Caitlin was recording, trying to get the refund back, and it started into an argument. The problems is all to do with this refund, and how difficult it was to get this refund back.
Ain't getting no money. Tuesday morning rolls around. She sends me a message like, hey, I'm about to send a refund in 30 minutes. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay. 11 o'clock, 11:30 comes. I said, hey, I didn't get anything yet. I'm gonna just put the messages on the screen. But like I said, y'all, it's Tuesday at this point. She giving me all type of excuses. First, she told me she was going to send it. Then she told me her boyfriend was going to send it. Then she told me she was going to have her client send it after she finished doing the client hair. Then she told me the sister was going to send it. Then she told me come get the money. Like, it was just all types of running around. And y'all could see in the messages, like, I was more than respectful, more than patient.
Okay, so again, let's have a look through these messages. So we got the stylist here saying, hey, I'm about to send the refund in like 30 minutes. Hey, okay. And then a few hours go by, and obviously there is no refund sent at this point, so Caitlin says, hey, I didn't get anything yet. The stylist then says, hey, I didn't forget about you. I'm waiting on my boyfriend to send it to me because I was able to upload it to my Cash App. To which Caitlin says, hey, okay, just making sure. Then we can see 2 days go by without a reply, to which Caitlin then messages again saying, good morning, did you get a chance to send the refund yet? To which the stylist says, hey, Cash App is shut down and I can't send or accept anything on Apple Pay. So after my client, I just get her to send the payment to you. I'm sorry for the delay and thank you for being patient. So it's been multiple days at this point where the stylist is saying, I'll get the refund to you, I'll get the refund to you, and it's not happening. And then we see messages from the next day, and clearly a refund hasn't been made yet. So Caitlin messages saying, good morning, I need the refund by 12 p.m, thank you. You can Apple Pay it to this number or my Zelle is, then sent a Zelle. To which the stylist says, come get it. My Apple Pay and Cash App is down, I stated that. Would you be able to get it when I get back home? I mean, straight away she's like, yeah, my Apple Pay and Cash App is down, but she did also offer the alternatives as to how she was going to get the refund to her, and obviously that didn't happen. Caitlin then replies saying, no, I'm not able to come today and I have somewhere to go, that's why I need it. You told me you would have your client send it yesterday, and the day before that you told me your boyfriend. Would you just be able to have someone else send it? To which the stylist says, my client ended up paying cash, that's why I didn't send it. I mean, yeah, she probably should have communicated this if that was the case. Like, as soon as the client says I'm paying in cash, surely you message Caitlin being like, oh, look, this is an issue here. I couldn't Apple Pay the money to him to send. Both of mine has been down for the past 3 days. If you've seen that I posted, I'm waiting on someone now to see if they can send it to you for me. Yeah, I mean, to the best of my knowledge, Zelle isn't really a thing here. I've never heard anyone like transfer money by Zelle. I don't even know if it is a thing here. And also transferring money through Apple Pay doesn't seem to be a thing here. I've never, again, heard anyone say I'll transfer the money through Apple Pay. Like, usually people just pay at like shops with Apple Pay here. So I can't really comment on these like payment methods and the refunds and like the excuses and the reasons why she can't refund. Here, I feel like in a situation like this, you would just bank transfer. You know, you'd go on your banking app, transfer, and that doesn't ever seem to be a problem. But then we see even more messages, and the stylist says, once my sister gets my house, I get her to send it for me, to which Caitlin just says, okay. So we've got like a bunch of different like alternatives that this stylist keeps saying to Caitlin, and it doesn't really seem like any of them are happening. Now, as we saw earlier, the hairstylist did say you could come and get your refund. So at this point, Caitlin says, okay, you know what? I'll come and get it.
More than patient. The last straw for me was when she texted me Friday and said she was going to have her sister send the money when she gets there. But I guess the sister must have never got there because she never sent me the money. So I woke up Saturday morning and I straight texted her, hey, I'm coming to get my money today. She says, okay, you could come after 7. So I'm like, I have stuff to do. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be around at 7. I can't promise you that I'm going to come after 7 or at 7 because I have stuff to do. Like, I don't have time to just keep walking over there or coming, texting you. Like, I don't have time for that. if I sent you the money on Cash App, like I'm telling her you could Zelle me, Apple Pay me, Chime me, PayPal, anything, like, and she's just not going. Like,
yeah, I mean, there is just so many ways to transfer money. I feel like unless like your bank account itself is down and you are unable to use your card, like your card details, I don't really see what the issue would be here. Now we will get to people's like theories as to what's happened in the comment section in just a second. Again, we can see there's a bunch of problems getting this refund. And as we can also see, the stylist is saying like you can come at 7 to get the refund, and I'm just like, it feels like you really shouldn't be setting a specific time that the client has to come and get her own refund, since you've already like sure there's so many issues with getting this refund. It's already been delayed so many days at this point. Like, it seems to me that the stylist should be trying to work with the client and figuring out the best time for the client and making time for that. But the video carries on, and then we hear some more excuses.
At that point, I texted her, I can't come at 7. I need it before then. Like, I have things to do. Like, can you just please get someone to send it to me? Like, anyone else. She got kids. I'm like, miss, I got a kid too. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of that. I need my money. Like, now she's still trying to blame me for not coming to get the money. Mind you, she's been telling me she's going to send me the money. So why would I come over there? When I texted her, like, can you just have someone else send it? She never responded. That's the text that she's saying in the video that she didn't see, or her phone was broke, or she didn't have a charger, whatever. That's that.
Okay, so again, we see some more messages. So Caitlin says, I can't come at 7, I need it before. I have things to do. It's sort of feeling like you're playing in my face at this point. You told me you'd have someone send it yesterday, and it's been all type of excuses. I have things to do with my money, including still needing to get my hair done because you cancelled on me 2 times. How is it fair for me to have to wait for my own money back and no service was provided to me? I don't want any issues, I just want my money back. Nobody could cash app you for me. I don't want your money. If that was the case, I would have said come get it. I have 3 kids and things to do as well. I asked you to come get it yesterday, you said no. I asked you to come another day, you said no, send the money back. I said come get it, you couldn't. I'll be home by 7 to give you your money. To which Caitlin replies saying, I was busy yesterday. Why should I have to come get the money that I sent to you virtually? It's not making sense. I would like you to have someone send the money now. I've been more than patient. I have a child too, I have things to do as well. To which the stylist says, I understand, my Cash App and Apple Pay is not working. I explained that. That's why I asked you to come and get it. I wasn't trying to have any issues either. Everyone I ask doesn't keep money on Cash App. I don't play around with people's money. You can meet me. Once I go to the ATM, I can meet you somewhere. And if you remember in the original video when there's that confrontation, and we will see more of that in just a bit, but in that original video, we hear the stylist saying you didn't reply to my message when I asked about like the ATM. But we can see here, only half an hour later, she did receive a message, right? It says, I'm taking my son out today and I don't know what time I'll be back. Candice, can you please just send it virtually? And then we see a message at 7 PM saying, hello, I'm outside, where she's obviously came to get her money back. So yeah, I mean, judging from the screenshot, it does seem like she replied to the message, but obviously we heard in the original video, apparently there was like problems with the phone charger, and that's why she didn't see the message. So I don't see why she would then start off by being like, you didn't reply, if she wouldn't have had a chance to see it anyways. So at this point, Caitlin says that she showed up to get her money back, and that's where the video starts. That original video, that's what we kind of saw. Then we hear from Caitlin that apparently the stylist was like insulting her.
What happened after she finished them 2 braids? So she closed the door and she starts popping it behind the door in the house, running off at the mouth, calling me all types of brokes, B words, H words, like everything under the book, mind you. I'm just literally just outside, not saying nothing with my friend. I'm laughing really because this whole thing is really just funny to me. Like she said in the video, y'all heard her say she gonna have the client send it to me afterwards, right? A few minutes go by, y'all. Some lady comes in the apartment building and she goes down to the apartment and she goes in. So I'm like, wait, what's going on? Like, is some funny stuff going on? Like, whole time, y'all, the client in question that gave her the charger or whatever, the client that was going to send me money, it was a little girl, literally. The person's hair who she was braiding, that little girl couldn't have been more than like 10.
Yeah, so she said that the client was going to give her the money. Obviously, we're hearing here apparently the client was a kid. So the woman who came into the flat presumably is the client's mum. So I'm guessing that's who she meant when she said like the client was going to give you the money. It was more so like the client's mother. Caitlin then says that she is waiting outside the apartment for 45 minutes, not hearing anything, and then she sees the client walk away without any payment being made.
So now the client who she said was going to send me the money, or the mother, whatever, they walk past me and my friend and walk to the car. So now I'm like, all right, you playing now. I'm like, this lady got 5 minutes. If she do not come out here with my money in 5 minutes, I'm going to call the police. A couple minutes go by. She comes to the door. She opens the door. She was like, how much I gotta send you? I said 90. She goes, all right, closes the door, opens the door again and says, y'all came here to fight? 90.
You came to fight.
No, miss, I said I came for the
I'm
money.
not telling you, you wasn't getting your hair done.
But I came. But look, you screaming at me.
I mean, look, right, we're obviously seeing small clips like cut up, so who knows exactly what happened, but it really does seem like from these clips that Caitlyn does seem to be pretty calm until like something is said, maybe like, do you want to fight? Oh, sorry, she said, did you come here to fight? From the clips that we're seeing, it just feels like, how did it get to that point? Now, we just take a quick look into the comments of some of these videos, right? There's a lot of people leaving comments with stuff like, you have grounds to sue her now. So don't nobody in the house got $90? Yeah, she needed that money. Yeah, a lot of people were basically saying like, it sounds like she spent the money and she couldn't refund it. How are your Apple Pay and Cash App not working? She did that name your price sale to get that money for a trip. I guess what they're referring to here is the fact that she was in Texas, right? That's kind of how it all started with like the delayed flight and whatnot. It took her a week to send $90. She didn't have no plans on giving it back. Her Cash App and Apple Pay isn't working because she either done something fraudulent or she doesn't have the money on her banking account. So yeah, you can clearly see that people are on Caitlyn's side, judging from the comment section here. Now, we do actually have a bit of a response from the stylist a little bit later on, and I want to emphasize a bit. We will get to that. But now we get to the last part in this story time, or at least the last part that we can actually see, right? Because this is part 5 to the story time. But in another video that Caitlyn uploaded, we can actually see in the caption it says part 6 was deleted by TikTok, you guys. I have to find a way to bleep out all the cursing she was doing, then it'll be reposted. So there obviously was a part up that we just can't see. But this is the last part of the story time that we can see. So it starts off with Caitlyn saying that she just wants her money back, but it keeps escalating.
I said, Miss, what? Like, what? Losing me. Like, even in the messages, like, y'all see me tell this lady, I don't want no problems. I just want my money. Just give me my money. And from there, it just kept escalating and escalating. My friend started now. My friend is a crash out, y'all. So I really didn't want her talking, but she's not gonna let nobody talk to me crazy. She starts going. The lady starts going. The lady has her sister in there and like all her kids. So the sister is now popping it. Everybody's popping it. And I'm just like, yo, can we please, just please de-escalate this? So,
and then we see some more footage of the confrontation. I'm not going to show it all because a lot of it's very similar. It's a lot of just shouting like back and forth. Obviously the stylist is very annoyed in the situation, as you can tell, but here's a clip of it.
And I don't give a fuck.
Okay. You can stop pointing in my face and screaming at me. Thank you.
Post that on TikTok.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what them young ass bitches be on.
Thank you.
You keep saying thank you. Go ahead now. Go ahead.
Being nice.
You got your money already.
I'm being more than nice.
You got your money.
And like I said, there was a part 6 that is no longer there. I assume a lot of the part 6 was maybe showing more of the confrontation. I could be wrong. Like I said, I haven't seen it. Now, in a separate video uploaded by Caitlyn, we do see some Instagram messages, I assume, after these videos were posted. So it starts off with the stylist saying, oh, this you, yup. Bet, if you continue to harass me, I'll be filing a police report. You already going to court. You recorded without me knowing. I have a lawyer. Okay, so basically she's saying she's suing her for recording the video, I guess. Didn't book any and everybody for a cake. I know what school and all. Please trend lightly. To which Caitlyn says, I'm not even in school. Screenshot all this, so keep it up, please. I don't really know what she means by that. It does sound like a bit of a threat to me, unless I'm misunderstanding that. Someone has actually commented on this saying she knew you were recording she said that you should post on TikTok. And I mean, she does say that in the video, right? So it does seem like she knew she was recording. Another comment here says her lawyer advised her to provide a written threat. Yeah, I mean, that's what I got from that as well. That seems a bit bizarre. Now, this is where we get to the response that the stylist has posted on Instagram. And like I said earlier, there's not much of a response. We will read what was posted. It's a few different stories. So there's this one that says, I'm not clearing shit up. There's another one here saying, thanks for the checks. Keep running me up. There's another one here saying, to the ones that pop and they shit for me, I appreciate it, but do not comment. Do not entertain it. You can listen all you want, but do not go back and forth with her, nor the weak ass bitches in the comments. She had a plan when she came. She's editing videos and some more. And then the final story says free promo for friends and family, and she's basically showing like the amount of people that are seeing her stories because of the situation. 8,000 people are seeing her stories, which I assume is a lot more than she usually gets, judging by the fact that it says 79% of them are from non-followers. So obviously a lot of people seen that the situation went viral on TikTok and went over to see if she had responded. And that is kind of the whole situation that we have at this point. I mean, the most recent stuff, as we can see here, from the Instagram stories, they're still active as I'm recording this video. They might be down by the time this is posted, but yeah, they're obviously very recent statements. There might be something else that comes out a little bit later, but from what we do know, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about, and I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy the video, please do like down below, subscribe if you are new. Also, if you're interested in any different type of content, me and Emily have a channel where we react to like reality shows. We're reacting to this murder mystery TV show right now, and we also do some other stuff on there like gaming videos and whatnot. We just try to have fun on there, so if that's something that interests you, then the link is always in the description. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.